And welcome you back. Thank you for staying with us this morning. This is Newspaper Headlines and Analysis. I'm Emilia I'm not alone in the studio this morning. I have with me Shim Oluwale, who is a public affairs analyst. Welcome on board this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, let's start from Daily Trust. I have this headline that says federal government approves 40% pay rise for lecturers, 1.7 million naira extra for professors annually. And I also read a story, that talks about the fact that a new part was signed, between ASU and federal government, especially, the 2009 agreement, a lot of amendment here and there to ensure that we do not see anything like ASU strike in the next, say, 5 years. So this new development now, 40% pay rise for lecturers. Do you think it will stop lecturers from leaving for other countries? Do you think it's enough to ensure that they stay back in their country? Because I mean, the education sector now, is a little bit weak because a lot of lecturers have left. Really.
Good morning once again. Concerning the issue of ASU, I think it's a very good thing now that we are now trying. The federal government is now trying to put a final stop, a final rest to the issues that have been coming up, that have been coming up, that has been persisting. But now that the federal government has now actually decided to give them a pay rise, more than 40% pay rise now, that will now be meaningful to the pay they've been collecting before, even the lecturers, even professors now getting to earn more. I think that is enough. If we go by it, that is enough. And there are so many measures that will still be put in place to further stem the idea of future strikes coming up. And if this is actually implemented, it will definitely have a very good significance on lecturers' own idea of staying back to do their duties rather than just saying, okay, I'm moving out of the country, we are moving out to another place to do our duties and everything. Because the moment everything has been put in place for them to really, even concerning lecture theaters, everything concerning equipment, infrastructures, everything is being put in place, why wouldn't any lecturer be happy to stay back? They would definitely be happy to stay back and perform their duties there rather than going to places where they are not quite sure of where. Most of these even lecturers going out, most of them don't end up lecturing.
What do you think they do over there?
There are so many jobs that some of them might even take up when they go, because actually if you take a look at if we say we are taking a look at, let's put into cognizance, into consideration our educational sector. Over the years it has been dwindling. It has been dwindling. So many countries will think, if this is the level of your educational quality over there, is that what you are bringing to them? Is that what so most of them don't actually go to lecture.
But we also see lecturers who left Nigeria to start a new job as a lecturer, especially in the United States.
Of course. Yeah. But that would be at the higher level. Most of the lecturers that move that, does that, they are at the higher level.
You mean
maybe
professors?
Doctors, professors, those are PhD holders and everything, not just little lecturers saying
like
they want to go.
Assistant
lecturers.
Can we also talk about hiring new lecturers? Because I mean, a lot of them are overstretched for some department. I don't want to mention names now.
Of course, it is better if
lecturer
we now.
Taking about 4, 5 courses.
I think right about now we can see so many people now trying to. We now decide to go into the field of lecturing, since things are now improving. Before, like, let's say teachers, for instance, if you ask anybody, would you like to teach, or would you like to be a teacher? No, as a teacher, okay, how would I become a teacher? How much are they collecting? But if the narratives can change concerning their upkeep and their well-being, you see a lot of people coming into the field. If we can only just change the narrative by giving back to these people, by making sure that their pay package are more buoyant now. So the narratives will change. We'll see more people coming into the lecturing field, picking up lecturing jobs and everything, since it is now robust and buoyant. That should happen.
Well, we look forward to that, and of course we look forward to absence of ASU strike in the next 5
That is what
years.
we hope for. That is what we hope for, because this is what one of the agreements. This is what one of the agreements is out there to stem. Okay, don't even let us talk about it coming next year. This year again, by December, we are saying we want to have another sit-up with the federal government. There's something going to happen. No, let us, because it has been due, long overdue. That why can't we just sit down, see what is it, put a final stop to this thing? It can be done.
Okay.
It can be done, and thank God that the federal government now has decided to do that finally. So I don't think we should have any further strikes anymore.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's talk about, tax now. This headline on Daily Trust is saying federal government pauses on tax laws guidelines, cites uncertainty. Do you think this was rushed? Because there's also another headline, I think on Punch now, that is talking about the fact that Taiwo Oyedele, that's the president of the tax reform policy. He said that he's receiving threats. I mean, from people within Nigeria and even outside of Nigeria, based on this, tax, policies. There was even an issue recently, that the NRS had to come in because, I mean, these people could not understand, what the tax reforms entails. And these are scholars, intelligent individuals. So what you make of all of this? Do you think this was rushed, that we should have given it more time before actually said, okay, it's going to start, January 1st, 2026?
Concerning these reforms now, I think the public has, excuse me, the public have not been well informed. Even the people that will oversee the policy, that will carry it out and everything, I don't think they are even well informed concerning the taxes.
But Taiwo Oyedele has been moving from one media house to another, trying to explain the complexities.
The complexities to all Nigerians have not even been fully understood. We have a lot of complexity concerning these tax reforms. Who is actually paying the tax? Where is the tax being derived from? What are the purpose of these taxes and everything? See, we have so much complexity concerning this tax. And I think we starting this January, I think the tax was discussed middle of last year.
Okay. To
be implemented early this year. I think we still have to take a time out to make it incubate. To incubate that idea into the people, that let it sink, that this is what the tax reforms will be about, and this is where it's coming from, this is where it's, because now as it stands now, it seems as if we want to implement something that is not fully understandable. Even Taiwo Oyedele moving around, trying to tell people, trying to tell the media, explain to them this is what the tax, people still don't get it. There are some policies that needs to be well implemented, well explained to the people before they can actually grab it. But as it stands now, most people don't even know where the tax is coming from them. How are you actually going to tax us? Some are saying from our account, from this, from that. Where exactly are you looking at for the tax to be cut out from Nigerians? We don't actually know where you are looking at or where you are aiming at to actually derive the taxes from. So the complexity concerning the tax, I think, should not be rushed. Should be explained much further. If we can still hold on to like March or April to fully implement it, then that would be better. But now that it is like this, that they think, I think we should hold on. They too know that maybe there are some things that have not been quite understandable. Some people don't quite get it. Okay. There are intricacies and complexities concerning this thing. Let us take time out to explain it, to trash it out with people. This is what we mean. This is what we hope to do. We intend to do with the taxes. So I think if they do that, put it on hold, try as much as possible to iron that out, then that would be lovely. That would be good.
Does it mean that the likes of Peter Obi, likes of Atiku are right to say that, okay, this whole thing was rushed? As a matter of fact, it should not happen at all. Nigerians are struggling. It's not the best time to say they should come and pay tax. Because Peter Obi, said recently that it should be suspended. Atiku, I mean, several times I've also said, okay, this tax reform will not work at this point in time. People are still struggling with a lot of things. So do you see this as a loophole? Because something funny is happening on Twitter now, on X now. Some Nigerians are saying, okay, maybe this might be a loophole for us. Maybe you can vote for other persons apart from APC now, if they can assure us that they will put an end to this old tax situation.
Policies will come.
Okay.
And anytime any policy is brought up, anybody can talk about it the way they deem fit. Some people might politicize it. Some might say, okay, we have a negative impact on us, on everything. This is something that I think the presidency always fail to do whenever they are trying to implement any policy. Take your time out to really understand, to let people understand the benefit of all these policies you are bringing out.
Okay.
Not that when you are now trying to put it out, you will not meet a brick wall that will not tend to stop you in your tracks that, oh, let's wait a little bit. The moment you do that, people like Peter Obi, Atiku, and the other likes will come and tell you, didn't we tell you? Despite the fact that it might actually work at the end of the day. But you're not trying to say, okay, I'm bringing this thing out. Oh, let's wait a little bit. Didn't you give it a... Was it not well thought before you say you want to do it? So there will always... You are the ones creating the loopholes for yourself. The presidency. The ones making the policy. When you make a policy, take your time out to let it incubate and put it out. By the time you put it out, you now think, oh, let's put it on hold. I don't think we can actually... Let's wait. Oh, there are some complexities concerning... there's an ambiguity here or something. People like that will always come out and tell you, didn't we tell you in the first place that it can't work and it shouldn't bring it up? Despite the fact that it might work. The presidency not doing their own work well in the first place. It will create a loophole for them. And that is the loophole that we are trying to look at here now. That is being created now. Because the likes of Obio and everybody are saying that, oh, it's not right for you to tax the people right now. It's this, the people are feeling hardship already and everything. Despite the fact that you might have a positive, this thing might have a positive impact. But now you're now coming out to say that, okay, I think we should put it on note that, didn't we tell you that it won't work? So I think before they put out any other policies or fresh policies out there, please take your time out to actually know what you want to do in the first place. Because if you don't do that, and you make a brick wall and you are stopping your tracks, and the people that have already complained about it will not tell you, didn't we tell you that it won't work? So by so doing, you are creating the loopholes for yourself.
Okay.
That's what is happening. That's what has just happened. It's not that the policy might actually be wrong or is totally wrong. No. But take your time out to implement policies before you are stopping your tracks.
Okay, I get it now. So let's cross over to Nigerian Tribune and let's talk about, Rivers State. I have this headline that says, Fubara, 2 more lawmakers withdraw support for impeachment. Around last week, 2 lawmakers, said they are no longer part of the impeachment. Yeah. And of course, recently, 2 more are saying, Fubara, we are sorry, we are no longer part of this impeachment process. What do you think is going on actually? Because a lot of Nigerians are saying, okay, maybe this is the hand of the president, trying to solve whatever it is that is going on, try to make sure that, because now that Fubara is in the APC, I mean, a lot of persons said, he defected to the APC for this reason, to ensure that, he's safe. Because, according to him, PDP could not save him the first time, and that was what led to the whole 6 months. Exactly. So what do you make of all of this now? Now that 2 more are saying we are no longer part of this impeachment process. Do you think this impeachment process will fail? And of course, Fubara will remain the governor? Do you think, I don't want to mention some names because these are speculations now. A lot of persons are saying, okay, he has something to do with, his principle that's, some wiki, at this point in time. So what's your opinion on that, really?
Concerning the whole issue of impeachment and no impeachment, the news has been around for a while, but I think things will be managed. Will soon be managed. And I don't see the impeachment process coming through. Right from time, I don't see it. That before it even happened, I think the presidency or the new party that he joined, APC, might try to put a stop to it.
Okay.
That is my own speculation.
You have about 23 lawmakers on board.
Since they are now pulling out 2 by 2 or 3 by 3s, I still think we still have a number. We still have a very good number that will say, okay, let us all stop it, or let us put it through. But before it happens, I think there's going to be, there will be a sort of meeting to sort all this thing out. And I think it's because of his principle in the first place. There's some weak here, but I don't see it coming true. I don't see it coming true. I still think the upper room there, or the upper chambers there, they will still intervene. They will still intervene. Now that Fubara is with the ruling party. Now that Fubara is with the ruling party, and I think before that that process is even carried out, it will be stopped. It will be stopped. And I think that there's going to be an intervention from major stakeholders concerning, from APC and from the ruling party and everything. I don't see the impeachment actually coming through. I don't see that. In fact, I see it as something that has to put the governor on his toes. That has to put him on his toes. Maybe he needs to sit up. He himself has not been talking concerning the process that has been moved against him and his
there was a time
deputy.
He came out, he's speaking to some of the judges. He said, you all know the law, but you turn it upside down because of your taxpayers. So
let's just keep our fingers crossed. That's, to me, my own speculations and my own objectives, that this whole process, it won't come to be. It's just like a threat. It's just like a paper dog backing or something. So I don't actually see it. Now that two more lawmakers are now saying we are backing out. At the end of the day, you still see some of the other lawmakers too trying to back out, and they resolving the whole issue in the first place. I think it will be resolved.
Okay.
Whatever it is that have caused the impeachment process in the first place will be resolved, and it's not going to. It might not go well down with Wike in the first place, but it will be resolved. Okay.
Away from that, good luck to Fubara and, of course, to the people of Rivers State. Bless you. Let's talk about another peculiar state, which is Khana. I have this headline, still a Nigerian Tribune, that says, why Khana governor's defection to APC is delayed. Consultations affected by lesser urge. Our party members being forced to defect. And of course, Kwakanso, APC debunks claim. According to Kwakanso, he thinks that the party members are forced to defect to the APC. And a lot is going on, within that party now. As we speak now, there was a time that NNPP released a statement to say that Kwakanso will no longer get the ticket.
Yeah.
And Kwakanso several times have come out to say that if he's going to defect to another political party, they must be ready to either give him the presidency or the vice presidency. Now, what you make of all of this now? A lot of persons are saying, why should a governor win an election under a political party, and then in few months or years, he wants to defect to another political party? Is that a problem on the part of the political party or the person now?
If you notice very well, that in Nigeria, such ideas, okay, this kind of idea might not work in some other countries. You winning an election on the platform of a particular party and going to another political party. It's either, the way it should be, it's either you put that office aside because it is on this platform that you have gained that office, come into office. But here in Nigeria, it's a known thing that politicians do. You win a particular office from this party and you move to XYZ party. It shouldn't be. But here in Nigeria, that's the order of the day. That's the order of the day. So the idea of that governor winning that particular office on the platform of a particular party, now moving to, it has always been. This is not the first time that will happen. It's not the first time.
But should it continue? Because a lot of governors are saying, okay, I want to move to, or I move to the ruling party because I want to align with the center. Someone even said, I moved to the ruling party because I'm in love with the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Whether you are in love with the policies or not, that doesn't give you a clear-cut explanation that I want to join that party. That should, but now it is the order of the day here. That's what they do. That is our own politicians for you here. It might not go down well in other climates or in other climes, but that is what they do here. That is why our home politics, I will still say that our politicians, the way they handle politics in Nigeria, seems to be like a kind of a jungle thing. A jungle kind of ruling or running things. Anything goes down. You can win from this party, then and the other hand, pack all you and your followers to another party. Now everybody, like Papa Sona said, if he's going to move to another party, he must be given the ticket. What about the people that are already there? I keep saying this. Even Peter Obi is saying the same thing at ADC. Atiku is saying the same thing. Everybody wants a ticket. So what is even the ideology of you people coming together in the first place to form that political party? For the ticket or for the people? That needs to be answered. So here, right here, we think we can. We are just talking about Fubara. We just talked about Fubara now.
Yes.
Moving from PDP to APC. By causing kind of ripples between him and his principal. That is Wike in the first place. Because Wike still says, okay, I'm still in PDP. Despite working for the ruling party, I mean, for the center. Now, the ruling party, that is APC. Despite being under the APC, taking up an office under the APC, which people say that is anti-party. But being called to serve, I don't think that is anti-party. But you aligning with them, with their... So there are so many ways in which we do things here that I would say that is the order of the day here in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's the order of the day. You can win from the Dominion TV and move to and move you and your people to another party.
And the Constitution is not so rigid.
Yeah, it's not so rigid.
Yes,
it gives room to flexibility for them to move, to do as they do. Even most of these parties, do they even have constitutions?
They do. I mean, there's no political party in Nigeria without a constitution.
But are they so rigid? Are they so men with their constitution, with their laws, that will bar their office holders from moving to another party without consequences? The moment you leave our party, you leave that office. Is it so? No.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. I think it depends on the political parties now, you know. Maybe they need to review their constitutions.
Their constitutions or their laws and everything.
If you win under this party, you have no right to move to
another party.
But then interest
That's the way it should be in the first place.
Interest will always come to play, and it will affect a lot of things.
That is it.
Exactly. Let's talk about sport now, you know, before we leave this morning. I have a set line that says, in Vanguard actually, Gallant Super Eagles crash out on penalties against Morocco. We were very close to winning that game.
Yeah.
You know, looking at the last game and the one that, you know, happened yesterday, what do you think changed?
I don't want to... a lot of, I've been seeing a lot of headlines concerning, or write-ups concerning the refereeing, the officiating, where we have almost 22 fouls being committed by the Moroccan side, and no single yellow card was issued out to them. That shows how bad the officiating can be, or that it is. So, but we tried our best anyway. Since we bowed out through penalties, I think we tried our best. Kudos to our boys anyway. But for future occurrences, officiating should be, I don't know how we do things or we manage things here in Africa concerning almost everything we do. We tend to protect the host nation. Is it a must for the host nation to be protected while having any competition?
Okay.
Is it a must? Is it, I don't know how CAF will do things, like how they do things like that, or even FIFA, that you hosting, there's a special preference for you whenever you are having your match or you are contesting. That shouldn't be. Let everybody contest on their own platter. Let it be free for all. Not that one side will be protected with officiating while the other is left to the, is thrown out to the dogs.
So you think what happened yesterday was because of the officiating? Because a lot of Nigerians, even before the match was played, had issues with the fact that, the referee is a Ghanaian. And then some persons, said that let's be positive, regardless of whether the referee is
regardless, let's say regardless. But that's the way it is.
Okay.
Let's call a spade a spade. The host nation will always be protected. Even before the start of the match, I was like telling people, see, I'm not expecting much from that match. We are coming against the host nation. And you should expect a lot of preference being given out to them.
Okay.
So that will always come out to play, and that will play against us. So the best we can do is play the game, let our boys play with let it be quality. Let there be quality in their form of play. That can always back us up. But without that, the host nation will always come out on tops. And it did. They did. So I never expected less or much from that. I expected much from the match anyway. It was even the fact that if we win, that would have been sheer luck.
Okay.
But not that we didn't win. Thank God it went the way it has to go. So that's just the way it is.
Okay. So, okay. I think it's a fine place to leave it, though. A lot of Nigerians are not happy about what happened.
Actually,
but then, just like you said, they tried. The players tried, and of course,
we tried our best. We tried.
Yeah.
We just look at the third place match and let's go for that.
Okay, it's a fine place to leave it this morning. A big thanks to you, Shenwoluwole, for being a part of this particular segment, and of course, the audience. Thank you for staying with us. We need to go on a short break. When we come back, we move on to Big Story. My name is Oluwalemi Adelakum. Good morning.